almost ready to move on to our next speakers, guys from Huawei AppGallery, and they're gonna not only give us a great talk today, but also they have prepared exciting presents and gifts for the best questions from the audience. So if you have some questions related to Huawei AppGallery, please feel free to post them in the chat. And I believe we do have guys in the studio. Hi, Gavin. Hi, Simone. How are you?
Hi, Ego. I'm great. How are you?
I'm also doing fine. Very excited for your talk. So we are ready to start, and over to you right now.
All right. Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name's Gavin Kinghall. I'm the VP and Global Head of BD Solutions within the Huawei Consumer Business Group. My role is to essentially help developers be successful on AppGallery, providing you with all of the information you'll need, all of the support that you'll need, and helping you to influence AppGallery going forward, so that it becomes a platform that enables success for everyone. So today I want to tell you about a couple of different things. So first off, the growing opportunity that AppGallery represents, how we can help you seize and maximize that opportunity, and some of the unique features that our partners have created using the capabilities of AppGallery and HMS. Then after that, I'll hand over to Simone Buda, and he's going to tell you a little more about Huawei Ads. First of all, I want to highlight the exceptional rate of sustained growth and engagement in HMS and the AppGallery ecosystem. So in Q2 this year, AppGallery hit 460 million monthly active users overall. Then by August, it was already at 490 million. Sorry, by now it's at 490 million. So this growth is enabled 184 billion downloads from AppGallery in H1 globally. So that's a huge number of downloads and installs. So looking at games in particular, and outside China, we now have over 12,000 games published with over 80 million installs. And our year-on-year games revenue growth has hit 100%, i.e. we've doubled our games revenue in just a year. This has really been driven by the 120% increase in paying players over that same period. So we're seeing an incredible sustained growth rate on AppGallery as a whole, and in gaming in particular. And this we feel it represents an amazing opportunity for game developers to participate in the AppGallery and HMS ecosystem and realize some of this growth. So as I said, we hit 490 million MAU very recently. This compares to 700 million MAU for Huawei devices themselves. So, you know, monthly active users of the device itself. We're seeing that ratio improving all of the time, so that we are approaching. We eventually we're getting to sort of 90+%, we believe, of the active devices. As that number grows, will also be monthly active users of AppGallery itself. And Huawei, of course, is continuing to invest in the AppGallery and HMS ecosystem. So we now have over 3,000 engineers working hard to build out this ecosystem. It's becoming more and more complete and attractive to developers and consumers every day. We also have ecosystem teams focused on 6 regions worldwide, so APAC, LATAM, Europe, Russia, Middle East and Africa, and China. We know it's incredibly important and beneficial to developers to have local support when investing in a platform. So even in these times of restricted travel and the shift further towards online communication, just like this conference right now, then having the support of a team that has that deep local knowledge is absolutely invaluable. Also, I want to be clear that this is an ecosystem that is continuing to grow. It represents an ever increasing percentage of the overall user base. It is not going away. This is not something that's going to get cancelled. This Huawei is fully invested in the success of AppGallery and the HMS ecosystem. To reinforce that, I want to highlight the recent shipments of Huawei and Honor devices that are built around HMS and AppGallery. So we shipped almost 56 million Huawei and Honor smartphones in Q2 alone. We recently became the #1 smartphone manufacturer according to IDC, with the highest ever share of the global market. So lastly, we've shipped over 15 million 5G capable smartphones globally. So, we're enabling users to get in the position to really enjoy kind of the next generation of connected experiences, and enable you as developers to really kind of think about what opportunities 5G represents, and know that there is a viable user base out there that already has 5G devices in their hands. As well as taking the #1 position for smartphones, Huawei and Honor are also #1 for wrist wearables, meaning things like fitness trackers, #2 for watches, and #3 for tablets globally. We're also seeing a huge increase in our PC business, 120% year on year, and our true wireless stereo headsets are increasing by 50%. And of course, as we're virtually in Moscow today, then let's take a look at the performance in Russia in particular. Now here, we are #1 across the board, from smartphones to wrist wearables to watches to tablets. We're #3 in PC, and we've got 100% increase in wireless headsets. So in short, Huawei and Honor devices that of all types are continuing to be extremely relevant to consumers and developers. So we're continuing to build out the capabilities of HMS to deliver all that you expect in a baseline platform offering, as well as offering opportunities to create unique experiences that are only possible with HMS. So HMS is built to provide all that developers in any segment will need to deliver a fantastic, engaging experience for their users. And Huawei's strategy is to create a reusable platform across all device types, with smartphones as the primary device and others such as tablets, watches, and speakers supporting that core smartphone experience. We expect the capabilities of HMS to match everything that you as developers would expect. And then going beyond that, there's some unique experiences that we believe can only be enabled within the AppGallery and HMS ecosystem. But we recognize that before we start talking about enhanced experiences that are ecosystem specific, then we need to have the baseline capability in place, and that is something that we are working on every single day to match all of the requirements that US developers will have. So let's take a quick look at some examples of what developers have done within the HMS ecosystem and some of the unique capabilities. So this is Asphalt 9 from Gameloft. So it's the latest title in their hugely popular Asphalt series of racing games. Now, Gameloft integrated a number of HMS kits into Asphalt 9, and I want to highlight Cast Plus kit in particular. So this enables a multi-screen gaming experience where the player can project the main game view to their TV and then use their smartphone as a remote control, as well as their smartphone being a second screen. So they can see a slightly different view or different controls on their smartphone to what they see on their projected onto their TV. So this really helps to drive the overall immersiveness of the experience compared to just playing on a regular smartphone and on that relatively small screen. Next, we have Pascal's Wager, which is an action RPG from Tipsworks in China. It's another great example of a title that takes full advantage of the possibilities of the Huawei ecosystem. So in this quarter, Tipsworks will be releasing a large screen version of Pascal's Wager, which will take full advantage of the Huawei's foldable devices by really allowing the player to see a far greater field of view and a much more immersive experience again by taking advantage of the full size of that foldable screen. So you can see in the picture here, just in the screen at the back, where you have the landscape view, sort of the standard landscape view of the device. Then you can unfold into the full sort of square view, and you get a much richer experience in game. So it's important to point out that seizing the opportunity of AppGallery and HMS leads directly to measurable increases in business performance. So for example, going back to Gameloft, since launching on AppGallery, Gameloft already saw a 7-fold increase in downloads in their first 3 months. So that's an incredible uplift just in such a short time for a new entrant into the AppGallery ecosystem. Now I want to highlight a couple of things that Huawei will do to help developers become successful within the ecosystem. So we'll partner with you to establish a joint operations in order to help you achieve your desired business goals on AppGallery, whether it be primarily to drive revenue, whether it's about engagement, or whether you're looking for primarily for user acquisition. So essentially, depending on your phase and your segment, what is important to you, we will establish a joint operations model to help you achieve those goals. We'll also carry out online and offline marketing campaigns to help you build your identity on AppGallery and drive more acquisitions. So we'll run promotions in the store for AppGallery users to motivate them to download your titles. And we'll provide high-profile positions in AppGallery to further drive organic installs. So think of it as featuring prominently within the AppGallery store experience. We'll also provide access to abundant media resources to further boost user acquisition, including paid promotion to boost search results. And you'll be able to reach audiences you need through our custom audience creation, tagging, and interaction tools. So, we provide the full capabilities in order to help you really grow and really kind of manage your own experience and your own presence within the AppGallery ecosystem. But we also stand ready to help you in any way that we can in order to onboard into the ecosystem, define your goals, achieve those goals, and we offer continued support to all developers that are wishing to engage with AppGallery. Okay, so that's about all from me. Nice and quick, but I hope it gave you a helpful overall overview of AppGallery and HMS ecosystem, the opportunity it represents purely in terms of numbers, and how we can help you realize that opportunity. So I want to hand you over to Simone Buda now, and he's going to tell you a bit more about Huawei ads. Then after that, we'll open up for questions. We should have plenty of time for questions. And as I said, as Egor said, sorry, we'll have some prizes for the best questions as well. So over to Simone.
Thank you, Gavin. Hi, everyone. My name is Simone Buda. I am a Senior Advertising Manager. I'm in charge of the Huawei ads platform in Europe. Huawei ads has been, just to give you a little bit of introduction, has been launched in Europe at the beginning of the year, and since then has been growing steadily, and with an addition of features and capabilities in a very efficient and continuous way across all different aspects of the platform. So to give you an idea of the platform in a few slides, I focus the presentation on what are the main strengths of our platform, and also what can offer to developers in terms of monetizing your traffic. Our focus is quality. This is the main focus of our platform, building a platform that is seamlessly integrated with our ecosystem and focusing heavily on quality and experience, both from a user standpoint, but also from a publisher standpoint. So an optimized experience with a one-click install that we will see also later on in the presentation, high quality visual presentation, and with innovative dynamic native that apply consistency across all categories, but one of them being specifically the gaming experience. We will see also with the different formats. We have currently 5 ads formats that are the standard for the industry, and we will see how well integrated and seamlessly connected to the whole ecosystem they are, in order to on one end provide user experience, the best user experience, and on the other end to ensure and maximize profitability for the publishers. In a nutshell, in this slide, we see all the features and all the capabilities of the platform, and also the strength that our ecosystem can offer in terms of advertising and in terms of monetization. Direct access to 700 million users. This is a massive reach that we can offer to developers and publishers. Fully connected integration with all our media properties, with all our native apps, video, music, browser, themes, etc. And obviously the integration with our store, with our AppGallery, and global top advertising networks that have partnered with us in order to buy and offer high quality products through the Huawei platform. And in this graph, we see the number of apps that have chosen to work with us and to integrate the ads SDK, which is increasing, as I was saying, from the beginning of the year, from January when we started, the number of apps that have chosen to work with us have grown consistently over the months. We were talking before about, we can go to the next slide. We were talking before about formats. So we've got you covered across all formats of the main formats of the industry. And we offer from a simple banner in all the different sizes and dimensions to a native banner that integrates seamlessly in within the content of your app, a splash for an immersive and visual experience, interstitial, which usually provides very high CPM, and rewarded video, which integrates within the mechanic of the app, whether it's a game, which is usually the best way to integrate a rewarded video, or any other app across all industries. We cover all major formats, and we offer an experience that is centered on quality, as we were saying before. So this is obviously a very interesting slide, probably in terms of monetization, the most interesting one. We want to reward our partners, we want to reward developers, we want to make sure that they grow with us, we want to grow together. We have a revenue share of 90% for the remaining months of this year 2020, and 80% in 2021, which is still a very high percentage above the benchmark of other players. So you can definitely count on high monetization working with Huawei ads. And I was mentioning before a seamlessly integrated experience, both from a user perspective, but also on the other end from the developer perspective, by shortening the app path without interrupting the user experience. And the one-tap install will basically make sure that there is no rich pages, no other pages within the user experience. That enables also the KPIs in terms of monetization, in terms of traffic to increase, to improve. We have aggregated data from our experience so far that witness a very important set of KPI in terms of CTR, in terms of click to download, and ultimately in terms of reduced cost per acquisition. So this is all working towards the best experience from a user perspective and the best monetization from developer and publisher's perspective. Let's take a look at a real case. We have chosen wetter.com, which is a weather forecast app in Germany, #1 in the market in Germany. And we have many partners in Europe. We have chosen this success story to show how and what to expect from Huawei ads, and how it enabled for example, better.com to monetize and also to generate a revenue uplift, comparing to what they were monetizing with other networks. They have switched completely to Huawei ads on all the Huawei traffic, and achieving an average 2.9 CPM with an average of 3 million daily ad requests. So a major player in the weather forecast industry that have decided to fully work with us and to fully get the benefits of partnering with Huawei ads in terms of users, in terms of monetization, in terms of overall revenue uplift that this will ensure to the publisher. Just to give you an idea and of how easy it is to start monetizing with Huawei ads, and obviously this is very simplified, but I can assure you that development effort is really reduced in terms of integrating the ads kit in your app. You can register on our portal, add all your apps and ad slots on our publisher console, and then integrate the ads kit in a few hours. This is really an easy kit to integrate in your app, and you're ready to go. You're ready to monetize with our platform and count on quality, strong and seamless integrated experience, and fully connected with the whole our ecosystem, and quality in terms of the user, of the ultimate user experience. And by joining Huawei, you know that you can count on a high revenue share, average CPM, which is above the standards, above the average of the market, and fully dedicated support by us, by our team, that will take care of the full cycle or of your integration, and also later on to optimize your ads, your slots, your ad integration to make the most out of Huawei ads. And thank you. This is all from my side. Hopefully you got the the main points and the main strength about Huawei ads.
All right, brilliant. Thank you, Simone. So as Igor said at the top, we're going to take a few questions. We've got a few prizes just for the best questions. So for the top prize, we've got a Honor Magic earbuds and some AppGallery merch. And then for second and third, we've also got some more AppGallery merch. So let's go with the questions.
Thank you very much, Gavin and Simone. Yeah, we have some questions in the lectures chat. And I would also like to compete for Honor Magic earbuds, but I won't. I will ask all my questions to our AppGallery manager later and get some benefits from him, maybe. So to the questions. The first one, it's coming from Dragos Ionita. I hope I spelled the name correctly. So the question is it free to publish a game in AppGallery? I think he probably means that what is the revenue share between AppGallery platform and the developer?
So is it free to publish? Yes, it is. So starting at kind of the beginning of the journey, there's no kind of charge to become a developer. So that we'll kind of verify you that you're a legitimate developer, but that's it. There's no kind of fee at that end. And then yes, if you're wanting to do things like IAP, then yes, there's a revenue split between you, and a very favorable revenue split that you can take advantage of.
Okay, thank you very much. So the next question is, it it's coming from Dmitry Karimov, and he asks, some games and apps utilize safety net API to prevent abuse from emulators, sandboxes, and etc. Does Huawei mobile services offer any equivalent to that API?
That is one I think I will get a definitive answer afterwards, if you don't mind.
All right, yeah. So Dmitry, feel free to reach out to Gavin or anyone from Huawei AppGallery team on WN Hub with this question, but I think it's a good one, right?
Yep. It's still eligible for the prizes, even if I don't have them.
Yeah, it's a very tricky one, but that's great. We have such the great engagement in the audience here. So the next question is also from Dragosh, who asked the first one.
Yep.
He asks if he needs to create a different build for his game, which is, for example, already published on Google Play. Does he need to create a different build for Huawei AppGallery?
So there's a couple of different approaches you can take. So in essence, you can publish a game on AppGallery that doesn't need GMS. It kind of comes down to how much sort of GMS and Firebase functionality you're integrated with. If you want that game to run on a device that doesn't have GMS, then you're going to need a build of that app that is able to run without GMS in place. And we have the HMS toolkit that can do a lot of the kind of the low-level work automatically of building an abstraction layer into your code, so that it will split between the different sort of kits and APIs from GMS to HMS. There's also things that I mean, I don't know what other kind of platforms you're using. If you're building on Unity and Cocos or something like that, then you have Huawei tools available there to help adapt your code. So depending on the complexity, you will find that you can either just kind of automatically adapt your app or game in order to make it compatible with HMS as opposed to GMS. In some more complex examples where you're doing some very interesting things with with GMS and HMS, then you might need to maintain two different code bases. But the tools are there for you to be able to maintain a single code base that can dynamically adapt itself to either GMS or HMS service APIs.
Thank you very much, Gavin. This was a very full and comprehensive answer. And we have one last question for this very moment. And it's also from Dmitry, who asked about the safety net API. Yeah. So the question is, there is a recent requirement for getting a license from Chinese government for publishing a digital game in China. Different stores have different approaches to that requirement, though. Some apply it only to paid game and apps. Some apply it to paid apps and apps with in-app purchases. Some apply it to every app, including completely free apps without in-app purchases. What is AppGallery policy on that topic, and how do you regulate that?
Dimitri's got me again. That's an excellent question. What I can say though is tune into our next Huawei developer webinar that's coming along in a couple of weeks, where we're talking about exactly this topic. So we have some representatives from Huawei who are talking about how we can help you to get all of the licenses that you need when entering the Chinese market. So while I don't have a definitive answer for you now, because on the China licensing question is extremely complex and is very much done on a case-by-case basis. What we can, if you tune in a couple of weeks to our next webinar, then that is exactly the sort of thing that we'll be able to pick up on.
Thank you very much. So yeah, let's tune in for Huawei webinar. And I think it was also a great question. And as long as publishing in China is extremely complex, you need to dive deeper in the question and examine each game or app separately, one by one, right?
Yeah.
So these were the questions for today. We have actually two competitors who are challenging each other for the great questions. Dmitry with the questions about safety API and the question about publishing in China. And also Dragosh, who asked us about builds for Google Play and AppGallery and the revenue share. How would you split the prizes?
Okay, so I think Dimitri for the gets the earbuds and some merch. So that leaves Dragesh with some merch as well. We had sort of a second and third prize, so maybe we can do extra merch. I don't know. We can figure
All
that
right. So I believe we won't leave both guys without the prizes. Our team will help Huawei team to contact them and help them connect each other. So thank you for great answers and prizes. This was a great one. And tune in for tomorrow's lectures and the panel discussion, which will also be delivered by Huawei team and game developers. It's going to be a very interesting one, a complete case study of 2 games. So Gavin, Simone, thank you very much for coming today.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Goodbye and take care.